After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 520. Today is Monday, September 5th, 2022, as we are recording. I am Marlicia, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new,
that helps.
All new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. I'm still trying to get situated
Let
here.
me grab your tea, and then we can move your table to the side a little bit, because I think that'll help.
Okay. All right. So I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad that you found us. We hope you will stay, that you find something you enjoy. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you with us. And if you're in the shadows, new or returning, and you'd like to become a little more involved or say hello or whatever, please feel free to press the subscribe button.
Yes, plus it, please.
Press the subscribe button on your right, the little red button, and tap the little bell so you can get notifications. If you want to take part in the alongs and giveaways and just general camaraderie and things, that happens in our PHN home group, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That information is in the little description box below the video. Okay, what? I'm going to have to deal with them later.
Sorry, that was a message from our private patron-only WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, they're at it again.
It's a lot of fun. It kind of accidentally came into being, and now it's a perk of being a patron.
We have a lot of fun there.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's really been a great thing.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to have to get a special corner for her.
So, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, how many?
5.
I have 6. Okay.
Okay.
So,
And I barely got 5 in this week.
yeah, I barely got 6 in. And I had another one, but I'm not going to show it because I don't want to. This is my Adagio.
Are you holding back on us?
I don't want to show it because maybe I don't want to deal with it. In my forest animals little owl, because owls are the most important, mug that Talia got me for Mother's Day along with some tea. This is from Adagio. Is my Pu'er hazelberry.
Yes,
Pu'er hazelberry tea. And this is one of the September teas. We are ahead in the days because we're trying to keep ahead so that when Talia goes into surgery, we won't be so stressed about it.
Yeah, I think this one's supposed to be for the 15th, which would have been the day after my surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Or which would be the day after.
I didn't know if I was going to like it, but it's actually pretty good.
No,
It's a little thin.
It does thicken a bit. I think if we were able to measure our own tea, it would be really good.
It has a nice blend of the berries and the hazelnut.
Well, it made me think, when I sat there thinking about, like, either a chocolate-covered cherry with nuts, not chocolate-covered strawberry with nuts, or like a strawberry covered with Nutella.
Is there strawberry in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can't taste strawberry?
Mm-mm. Maybe I taste it, I'm not sure what it is. It's hazelnut and berry blending.
Not quite sure why this isn't as sweet as it normally is.
It has to wait a little bit.
Okay.
Let me taste it.
Because I know I put sugar in here. Maybe I didn't put quite enough.
This is Rudolph?
Uh-huh. It's usually a lot better than that.
It tastes like you didn't put enough water. You put too much water in here. Yeah, it doesn't taste the same.
No, it doesn't. I measured out for... I wonder if I didn't do 2.
Did you put tea in there?
Yeah, because it would. It has a taste of tea to it.
Just a tad. That could have been almost a residue. You want to taste this?
I wonder if I only put one in there.
You might have done. It's very weak.
I know what this one is.
That's not normal for that
No. I wonder if I accidentally only put one in. I was rather distracted.
tea. This is much better. The other one left a bad taste in my mouth, that's tea I really like.
That's really disappointing because I usually like that tea.
You need to go get something else?
No, I'll just deal with it.
All right.
Or I'll drink my water.
What mug are you using at least?
I'm using all I want is to hug all the bunnies mug. And I was really looking forward to the tea I put in here, but apparently I'd messed up somehow.
Yeah. And occasionally that happens. One time I did that and I forgot to put the sugar in.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've steeped the sugar before.
Mm-hmm.
Just the sugar.
That's what I thought first you'd done, but it would have been sweeter.
It would have been
sweeter. Did you put
sweeter.
sugar in there?
Yes, that's the first thing I put in. I've started putting the sugar in first because I've had so many times where I'd forget the sugar.
Right.
That I started putting the sugar in first.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of is maybe I only did 1 teaspoon of the tea. I mean, that's weird. No, I did 2 because I had a big cherry on the first one.
I bet that big cherry threw you off. I bet it threw because when we measure, we use our teaspoons from they're teaspoons, but they're not like the teaspoons you eat with at the table. It's shaped more like a measuring spoon, sort of, and we use that to fill our little baskets. And Talia had a cherry that I think took up probably 3/4, and I bet you didn't put enough. You probably should have put in 2 teas and that cherry.
Yeah, probably is. Well, okay, so it's not so much that I messed up, I just didn't account for the...
Yeah, I think that's what happened. And I think as it cools, you might find more of a cherry taste.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay, that's that. Getting into, because you showed your cup, I showed my tea. All right. Just a reminder, next week is going to be live podcast, and from now throughout until after Talia's surgery and she gets more recovered and she's able to sit up to edit, they will be live. Okay. Otherwise you might not get a podcast.
Yeah.
So
because we're trying to make it as simple as possible, less equipment set up,
less tech stuff for me.
Yeah.
Old person's brain here. So we're going to be doing live podcasts. So, make the most of it while you have it there. Okay, so I'll go on into the charities. Let's see. Not the charities.
I was like, charities?
Well, I still have in my notes the charities that we do, but we haven't really gotten back into the swing of them yet.
Yeah.
We're still doing the, Evans House with Laura Gavis, and we're still doing the pregnancy center. And the Amelia project, which is VT Kimmy Kim, but that goes to Kim, and those are NICU hats.
Mm-hmm.
But the alongs, okay. The one that we're dealing with right now is arthritis, cardiac dysautonomia, Cal-Cal-Lal, and that's PHN's ACD 2022, and this runs from July 1st to September 30th. WIPs and FOs are both eligible to be drawn for prizes, and projects may be knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted, but they must be one of those things. 1 WIP per project per week. The FO whenever the FO is finished. Even if you put a WIP picture in for that project, if you worked on the project and you had already put a picture in and you said, oh wow, I finished it, and it's still the same week, you can put the FO because one's a WIP and one's an FO. The project should be tagged #PHNACD 2022 on Instagram. They have to be worked on, even though they don't have to be finished. They have to be worked on during the along. This does mature very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doesn't matter when you start the project. The project can be a WIP going into the along, but it does have to be worked on. All right. The parameters for this: the project has to be red or some shade of red, including shades of pink, shades of blue, shades of purple, or shades of teal to be eligible for the prizes. Okay. The featured yarns and patterns are as they always are. My things, Talia's things, and Laura Concert's things. So you're looking at Lady Fernigo Creations, whether it's yarn or patterns, Franciscan Gypsies, whether it's patterns, or if she ever decided yarn, which she's not, but
No.
patterns, and Laura Concert, whether it's yarn or patterns, okay? Those are featured patterns and yarns, and if you do a finished object with the featured pattern or the featured yarn, then you get 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only, and if you do a featured yarn with the featured pattern, then you have 3 chances at a prize for the finished object only. Ty, are you doing your breathing exercises or are you awake?
I was doing the breathing
right.
exercise.
You may see her look like she's nodding off. I may ask her to make sure she's not falling asleep. She's trying to get the stimulation lower, okay? For her condition. Let's see here. Okay, that's all for that one. Now, most of our rules are the same, regardless of the along. I will tell you basically what's different as we go through. PHNT and Tails Cal 2022. All right, this started in January. This one goes for a year. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that it goes for a year, and this is the third quarter. The third quarter ends September 30th. So October 1st is a new quarter for this T and Tails along. The projects are the same as for all our other alongs: knit, loom knit, or crochet, and the same thing with the whips and the FOs and all that. The projects must be tied in some way, shape, or form to the theme of T and or Tails. Okay, so we're not talking about movies. We're talking about books and plays and novels. They have to have a beginning, middle, and an end. Yes, children's books are allowed if they have a beginning, middle, and an end. The same with graphic novels. Let's see here. The same featured patterns and yarns as I just mentioned, with the addition of Joanna Johnson's patterns and Mom Cook patterns. She's loom knit, and KF Jones, who's Bryony Bear, her patterns, as long as they reflect the theme of T and or Tails. Then they're eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the project alone or the yarn along, and 3 chances at a prize if they're married together for the finished object only. All this is in the just the thread in the very top. And so let me see what I'm going to say. I think that's it for that one. Everything is there. Let's see here. Tortoise versus Hare. This is Laura Concert's baby, and she asks us every year to do this, and we're always very happy to say yes. Mm-hmm. This one is a fun one because the rules are basically our rules, and then Laura opened it up, so we are opening it up as well. Everything, as long as it's T and or Tails, any craft is allowed. Knit, crochet, loom knit, weaving, sewing, the paper crafts, cross stitching, making tumblers, the things you can do on those crickets and things. Cricket, I think is what it's called. Anything is acceptable as long as it's T and or tail related. Are you awake?
Yeah, sometimes my muscles will just suddenly jerk.
Okay. So this runs from July 1st to September 30th. Okay, and that's when it'll be done. And the featured patterns and featured yarns are mine, Talia's, and Laura's. They just have to reflect the theme. Okay, and if one FO for only one featured thing, a yarn or a pattern, 3 chances at a prize for the yarn and the pattern in a finished object. Okay. Again, if that's confusing because she's confusing me with all that she's doing over there, then she can't help it. I just have to get used to it. I'm not used to it yet. It's in the thread. Okay. Yeah, any turtle, rabbit themed patterns, yarns, or projects will count towards the Cal and I'll be eligible for prizes. Okay, so that takes care of that. We won't say yet what the next quarter along, the next quarter along, so that starts in October. We'll be able to talk about that as we get further along.
Yeah. Wait, next quarter is October. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, October through December.
That's right, because Toy Along didn't start till after retreat.
Yeah, Toy Along and what else do we do at that time of year?
I
guess the T and Tails is still going on. Yeah. Okay. I guess I go first.
A lot of times Toy Along used to always be by itself.
Yeah. Okay, the first thing this is probably going to go with me to the hospital when Taya has her surgery. This is my film noir pattern, my film noir shawl from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. This is my bag. Didn't I bring it with me? Yeah, my angel bag. There it is. Okay. And I really haven't made a whole lot of progress on this because I was working on something else that you might not see, probably won't see, because I'm not sure what I want to do about it yet. Let me see where my hook is. So I did work on this somewhere that wasn't here. Oh, where am I? Oh, well, I don't know where my hook went.
It's gotta be in there somewhere. Did you check inside the project
There
itself?
it is. I put it in the pocket,
Ah.
like I should. Okay, so here it is. I haven't quite decided if that's far enough. It might be far enough, and I might start another yarn. But this is Miss Babs that I'm currently working with.
Do you plan on having that other yarn started before leaving?
Probably. So I just don't have to worry about. Well, I have 2 of them already caked up, so I can do both of them. And I just have to make sure I take a pair of Knit Pick scissors or something with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is. You can see that it's. Well, maybe you can't see so well. It's. No, don't turn, Talia. It's getting long. I'm not sure why it went out of focus.
Movement must have.
Yeah. And this is many of you are doing this pattern already. It's a very nice, easy kind of pattern to just, kind of not even really pay attention to while you're talking to somebody or watching a movie or something. And if you do make a mistake because you missed the increase or you did a double increase, it's really easy to fix. You just, rip it back a little bit and do that. I've on Laura's, I've actually ripped back. Hers is quite big, and I've had to rip back like a row and a half, and it's like, oh, I got to redo this all over again. But it's fine because it's not something that's difficult. It's not lace.
Right.
It just looks nice. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say about this one.
Okay. So for me, this is maturing, although the cherry is predominating.
Yeah, well, you didn't probably put enough tea in there.
Yeah, I thought I did because I put both teaspoons, but apparently...
With that big a cherry, you probably had to put more.
Yeah.
It's hard to judge sometimes.
Out here.
How do you do this to yourself?
I'm just
There
trying
it
to get
goes.
to my project. My project show notes. There we go.
Show a message from our sponsor while you're doing that?
Sorry, I forgot where to find things.
I thought you had show notes.
I do. My brain isn't working.
Oh.
There we go. I just forgot where to find them. Okay. So, first one, I decided to work on it after a conversation I had with somebody on Adagio. It's probably going to be worked on and then put away again for the next 10,000 years. In my Silvershed USA Avengers bag, Hawkeye's even in his
Was that Julie or somebody else?
purple. I can't remember. This is definitely comic Avengers, even if it's the ones that are in the original Avengers movie. Because I think that's when this came out. Was after the first Avengers movie.
I don't remember. It's far back.
But yeah, this is Silvershed USA. And here is Scarlet the Red Horsey. Yay! So he got a little bit of work. I'm in general not overly inspired to work a lot of crochet. I have other parts stuck in here. The muzzle. I think the muzzle has 2 ears stuck in here too.
I will hug it and squeeze it and love it. And
So I mean, I have progress made. There's 2 ears stuck in the muzzle, and the muzzle is stuck in the body, in the upper body, and then the head is its own thing.
right, so you have to do the lower body and the feet.
Lower body, feet, and I'm not doing the horns. So
No. It's not a unicorn, it's a pony.
yeah, it's a pony. And then of course the mane and tail. But yeah, now this one looks like I lightly stuffed it. So as long as you're not like, I wouldn't put him underneath any of the other ones because he'll get smushed out.
No, he's going upstairs.
Oh, that's right. So he'll be safe.
He's
He'll
going
be
upstairs.
safe.
He might get misshapen if I decide that I want to sleep with him.
Yeah. No, he'll be safe because, as you can feel, I very lightly stuffed him.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why I chose to go that light. It's been a while since I've made that head.
Yeah, the story behind that is I had a pony that my great aunt made me when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared.
And it was red.
It was red.
Have you decided what the mane was? I think I was going to go
It was
with
white, I think.
Okay, I thought as much.
I'm pretty sure it was white.
So, yeah. Not a whole lot to show there other than the head, and I showed you all the pieces as best I could, but I'm not going to reconstruct.
No, that would be, first of all, it would be impossible because it's a completely different pattern.
Well, I mean, like reconstruct with my hands, put all the pieces together for people to see where I'm at so far.
Right, I get that.
It's not like the bunny where if it's a small bunny, I can fit it all in one hand.
Do you want...
I mean, not one hand, both hands.
Do you want some of this when I'm done with my thing for my blanket?
Yeah.
Okay. I just decided I might do one more row before I...
Because I can always figure out, what to use scraps for, if only for later on donuts when I get back to doing them.
Yeah.
I still need to finish my snake donut.
Snake donut. Poor little snake donut.
I had to find him. He's in one of the, places.
I think you should do a spider donut.
No, not doing spider donut.
I think you should do a spider donut.
Absolutely not. That will never happen.
Poor little...
That might be good for a zebra one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
It's more...
for the cake part.
I think this would be better for a, if you have one, a leopard. Like a snow leopard.
I think there is although I think I'm also thinking of that one toy designer who has the baby.
Oh, I know. Oh, this would be cute and want the baby leopard. This yarn.
So this lady has I think we said she was like Russian or...
Yeah, I think she's from Russia or the Ukraine or somewhere around there.
She has the most adorable crocheted
Yes.
toys, and they look like little
They're
baby
little baby ones.
They look like they're ready to be on the changing table.
They have their little feet up in the air.
Yeah, they're absolutely adorable, and I can't remember her name.
I think it's a Russian name.
She's Russian.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think she's from that area of the world, and she's very talented.
Yeah, I found her by accident because I got something else recommended to me for knit patterns I was looking at. And then this person got recommended, and I fell down a rabbit hole.
There's some really beautiful patterns. I put some in my wish list.
Yeah, no, they are quite beautiful. But yeah, that is everything about that one. I'm just going to, while you're doing that, I'm trying to see if I can find...
I have to get my other project out so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Let me just stop right here. Because... There we go. I don't know how much I don't know how many projects or how much progress I'll make on anything this week because we're going to be getting ready for Ty's surgery next week.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I have a list of things I'm supposed to do because I've been putting it off.
I still have to read that paper stuff you gave me. I'm not looking forward to that.
Well, a lot of it is for post-op stuff.
Yeah.
I've read over it once or twice. I need to look over it again. I know I'm in procrastination mode when I've been putting off even making a list of the things I want to bring with me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been putting them in a bag, but I don't know why, I don't remember being this procrastinated last time.
I know that I had to figure out what kind of a bag I'm going to put my knit stuff in because a part of it, I was going to take Christina's big owl bag, and I'm like, I don't want to lose it. So I'm not going to bring it. I'm going to bring something else, and I have to figure out what it's going to be. And it's going to, I might have to put some of my projects in my little suitcase as opposed to the bag.
Right.
Because I don't want to lose something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing Laura's either.
Yeah.
I don't want to. And Laura's going to say to me, Mom, I can make you another one. But no.
I think it's Quabra. No, that's Baraluthian.
Let me put this away so I can get the other one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find while you're doing that. I think it's Natalie. It's Natale, Natalie Knitting. Yeah, wait, I think this is her.
I thought her name was more ethnic than that.
Well, I think her name on Etsy itself is... Yeah, I think this is her. I'm trying to find there's the owl, the otter, little lamb, little fox.
My pen doesn't want to work. There we go. Okay, my next one is one I didn't really work on except for during the podcast. last week. This is in my Knit for Brains Owl Teapots bag given to me by Laura Concert. And this one I might take with me to the hospital because I might be able to finish it.
Oh, that would be good.
Knitting is, I keep forgetting how much smaller the stitches are for knitting, but maybe make some progress on it.
But it's also, tens, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're tens. They're 10s and a halves, whatever they are.
Yeah, this is the right design.
It says US 8 and US, no, that's not it.
No,
US 10s.
It's US 10s.
So this is what I've got so far.
The only one I remember was a bit of big needle to use with Miss Babs.
Yeah. So this is the Arwen's Hooded Cowl from the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern by, what's her name? Her name is, I don't know what her name is.
It's in the back. It's like some
Oh, wait,
sunshine.
it's here.
No. That's the front.
No, I know that, but it's on my page.
It's this page right here, and
Okay,
it's down
let's
there.
see. Her name is Summer Star.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the little leopard we were talking about.
It's adorable.
He is precious, and the seller's on Etsy. Okay, so this is what the name you're thinking about. It's Svetlana
Svetlana, yeah, that's it.
Altunina, Svetlana, and then Altunino, Altunino, and it says at Knit Friends. So I think that's probably her Instagram is at knit.friends, which I will check while Mom's doing her thing.
Okay, so here it is. I didn't do anything really except on the podcast, so it really hasn't changed. But I do like this color. I would like to make something else in this color.
It's a beautiful color.
It's really pretty. And it's Miss Babs yarn, so you get a good amount of yarn for it. It's a Yowza. But I have to save and have this particular thing in mind when I do Miss Babs because they're not expensive for what she's giving you because prices are going up everywhere, but it is expensive for me. And
Right.
so I have to make sure that either I have a gift card or I have birthday money or something or I know exactly what it is I want, what I'm going to use it for.
Yeah.
I can't just pick up Miss Babs anymore like I used to.
No.
It's too.
And when you do, it's worth it. I think I saved, what was it? It was either because it was less expensive than I thought it would be or something. There was a skein of sock weight, Squash Blossom. And I've been wanting Squash Blossom socks for a long time, so I snagged it because Squash Blossom is one that sells out really quickly.
Well, it's like they have a sale like the day after Christmas or something. Laura had told me they're having a sale and on Squash Blossom. Squash Blossom was available. I think that's what she told me about. And I picked one up in the DK, I think it was,
I think
for Talia for her birthday.
Yeah,
which is in January.
Yeah.
So,
because it's one of those ones that I always just like to have on hand because I have several different things with it in it.
I'm actually surprised I don't use more of the Zing.
Mm.
The one that I really use a lot is the gray, the slate gray, and this one, which is fast becoming my favorite.
Yeah.
This this kind of a blue gray. It's kind of a federal blue slate gray. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say about this.
I did want to let you guys know knit.friends on Instagram is that lady's Instagram. So, and it says Sveta on there, Sveta.
Sveta. Probably her nickname.
Yeah, and it has all the different toys on there. So I would recommend if you thought that was adorable.
It's absolutely adorable.
Aw, this is another adorable picture of it. That gives you an idea of how little it is and how much like a baby it looks. But yeah, that is, if you wanted to check out her things and not necessarily trying to find her on Etsy right away, she's knit.friends on Instagram. And I now am following her, which is probably a very bad thing.
Yeah. Are you doing that on your other account or your?
No, not my business one. I'm doing it on my personal one.
I don't do anything on my personal account. I'm gonna have to find her though.
I tend to on my business account, really just have that available for, you know, if people have questions about something. I really like to save everything else for my personal.
Yeah, I don't do much on the personal. I actually put the thing about the podcast on the business. Because,
Well, you do everything on the business.
No,
one.
I don't. No, I don't. I don't do anything but business usually. I mean, okay, when I do pictures of like our home altar on Sunday or whatever, that goes on the other one.
Oh, okay.
I don't do it on this one, on the business one, because that's not what that's for.
Right.
So, all right, let me just. I already showed mine. So
Yes. I wasn't sure if you were done.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure this is.
I can just say that I'm out of the knit right now. I'm on the purl row now,
Okay.
which means I'll start making smaller ones.
So let me go ahead and pull up my notes again. I need to make sure I put the leopard away
Put the leopard away.
and bring up my notes again. I am gonna make one of those at some point.
Yeah, I would like to make one of her.
Probably make one of those before I make that adorable beagle that I want to make, because
Yeah.
I still haven't finished the wren.
Yeah.
Um.
You still haven't finished all your bunny stuff.
Well, yeah, that's a different designer though.
No, I know, but you still haven't
Yeah.
finished it.
No, I am gonna bring with me my was it Knittables Bunny's dress with me.
Oh, right, yeah.
Her nursing dress. Now the other bunny, he's just out of luck. His legs are not coming with me. I think he needs an arm and a leg.
I'm going to have to try this variation 3.
I think I've made that once. That's one I make, I think.
It's a shorter one.
I think
This is short, this one's long.
yeah, I think variation 3 is the one I usually make. That's the one I like because it's like an accordion.
Mm-hmm. But it's shorter. You don't get to put it around your shoulders.
I've done that, but honestly, that's not the way I wear it.
Yeah.
I usually just wear it as a cowl. So next for me is scrolling through my show notes. There we go. Kingfisher socks. These are the Vanilla Latte socks by Virginia Rose Jeans. And Kingfisher was a gift. I think this was one of the anonymous ones, because you gave me Peacock, which is what I kept thinking this was for a long time. I actually was looking for something the other day, and I saw a Kingfisher picture because I didn't know what it looked like before. For one thing, it has a really long beak for its little self.
Well, it has to, because they spear their fish.
Oh,
I think that's how they do it.
oh, okay.
Although I'm not sure how I guess I think they spear it and then they must like drop it or something, and
I have no idea how big they are then.
I don't know how big. Somebody was saying they had kingfishers nearby. I forget who it was.
But yeah, the colors are definitely got the colors. I had never seen a picture before, and the juniper is the other color, the
Heels and toes.
heels and toes. Not complementary, secondary color. No, because they say CC, which is contrasting color.
Contrasting color, yeah.
So yes, juniper.
Juniper.
And what I'm using for heels and toes works nicely for multiple colorways in there. So it's nice to have the options available. But yeah, my big goal before going to the hospital was to turn the heel for this and to finish the decreases for the gusset. I'm doing that now. Now, if I finished this one before I went to the hospital, I wouldn't be too mad about it because,
Just start another
finger-
afterthought everything sock.
I think I decided that other yarn was actually going to be another vanilla sock, not this one, but the K one where you just go knit, 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 knit. But I need to free up these needles because I don't have another pair of
Which
US ones.
colorway did you have for that?
The one I need to show.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have any US ones. I don't have any more
I can check
long
and see.
US ones.
I'll have to see if I have any US ones.
Because I need one that's like a magic loop with, because I used up all the ones I have and I'm not taking DPNs with me.
Yeah, I can look and see. I have to look through the boxes anyway, so I can look and see. I thought I might have some when I thought, I might do socks, but I don't know if I went below 2s or not.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm not sure if you would have gone below 2s. Right now, my plan is to wait until I cast this one off. Because I don't really want to take other things I currently have on Magic Loop off of Magic Loop.
Right.
Just because that is my preferred way of knitting socks.
Right. All right, let me just, I was hoping to get around the whole cowl with this pearl so I wouldn't, like, forget what I'm doing. But that's okay. I'll just...
Well, you can read the knitting. Reading pearls from knits is pretty simple.
Yeah, it is. But it's only the first row, so...
Oh, but still, that's pretty simple.
Anyway, I've got it marked.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put this away. Yeah, this one's going to go with me, I think, because I'm starting on making the rows shorter. When I do this, where does it go for the hood?
The hood is on the next page.
Next page.
Oh, I don't think I actually showed them the socks. I think I just talked about it. I think I was like talking about the yarn and never actually showed the socks. Where's my actual other sock?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even look at that. If you want to make a shorter cowl, you eliminate the things in bold.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Well, I have my other sock. I guess I left it in the other room because I actually finished a sock. I'll be really mad if I misplaced it. I'll tell you what, guys. I've been misplacing so many things. I think I left in the other room, hopefully.
What do you look?
The other sock.
Oh, I don't know.
The only thing I think of is I left it in the other room. So I do have one finished sock.
Did you ever find your red thing?
Nope, never. I really hope my sock didn't go where that went because
Comes not with my Nightwing yarn.
I will be pretty mad if I lost that sock. I think it's in my room. I was going to bring it with me, but I thought I put it in the bag, but I might not have.
The berries are really coming out now. That.
But yeah, so doing gusset decreases, I do have another sock finished, but it's AWOL.
Okay, my next one is, and this one I'm going to have to do some work on if I want to take it with me because...
Oh, hold on.
Oh, good.
It was underneath the horsey.
It's hiding.
Yes. Well, it got crushed by a horse.
Maybe the horse thought it was a feed bag.
It got crushed by the horse.
The horse thought it was a feed bag.
So yes, I do have one sock done and proof of it.
Okay.
Phew.
I will not be able to bring this with me to the hospital unless I get the ends tied in because it's just too much of a hassle.
Well, you thought maybe bringing instead the other one that's similar.
The burrow wrap?
The burrow
I
wrap.
have to start that. We'll have to see where it is.
Because it was similar enough that you were mixing the two up.
Yep. This is just... I don't even know exactly where my working yarn is here with this. Here it is. I didn't do much of anything on this except on the podcast because I didn't. Even though I had appointments. My appointment that I went to, they took me right in. And so I didn't really have any wait time. And I don't think I brought this with me. I think I brought the noir shawl with me.
Mm-hmm.
So this hasn't gotten a whole lot of work. Just a tad. It's not that it's hard. It's just... I don't know. I need to get my enthusiasm back for this stuff. I feel like I need to just dump everything. But I want to finish them because I want some of these things.
Yeah. Right now you're not as much processed as you are product.
Yeah. And so, well, I see all these things in my queue, and I see other things I want to make, and my queue, my list, and my whips, and I see things I want to make, and I'm like, I can't make more things because I need to get finished with the things.
Although sometimes you do need to make one extra thing to kind of get you on fire again.
Yep.
So even though it adds another project to your list, it's just that Kickstarter you need.
Well, I'm also finding that if it's knitted right now, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing. I do like to knit. It's
yeah.
just I want to do my crocheting.
Oh, there was on and I probably should print out the pattern. If the QR code still works, I'll do it. West Yorkshire Spinners had a couple crocheted sock patterns.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So I'm gonna have to see if the QR code will take me there again because there were free patterns.
Right. Where'd you get the QR code from? From the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I can't even do much work on this right now because it's a really hot mess. I might be able to get a row in while we're talking. I'm still on Little Bunny Foo-Foo. And I'm not sure. If I would just do it, I could finish this part of it.
You probably should stick, before you give me what's left of your gray, you need to stick it in here first.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to. It might even be the next one.
Yeah, because that's...
Look at this. I mean, it's just... I need to do something about this. It's just, and I keep saying that, but I can't find the time to just sit down. And I need to refresh my memory on how to weave in ends on knitting. But this is Little Bunny Foo Foo, and this, I don't know what this is. This one is, makes me happy.
It's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different. This one's Captain America. So I've got a few of my own colorways in here. I really would like to do this blanket and make it a go because it's got a lot of my yarns in it, so I can say, oh yeah, I did that yarn, I did this yarn, and I have something to...
Well, I guess if it becomes Laura's scarf, she can also be like, it's got this yarn, it's got that yarn.
It's not going to be Laura's scarf. She can make her own scarf. Or she wants me to make a scarf, I'll make a different one for her. But I'll make her one with the Sorabelle pattern. But yeah, so this is basically, this is not hard. This is a KF Jones pattern, and it's basically just garter stitch, and she makes it easy theoretically for you to pick up the stitches.
No,
on the
it is
side.
easy to pick up her stitches when she does it. The miter square blanket's the same way.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to finish this row. So you can go ahead and...
Okay, I'm just making sure I decreased. Okay. Let me bring up my show notes. So next is in my Silver Shed USA 10-year anniversary bag. This is the smaller of my two. In here are my Rice Krispies socks. The pattern is Not Just Boring Boot Socks by Corinne Walcher. And this is Undead Yarn Sport 75 Superwash Merino 25 Nylon. And the colorway Snap Crackle and Oak Craft Pop. So my big goal was, like this sock here, was to turn the heel and finish the decreases. So I did that, and then I put it in the bag for going to the hospital. Because I might end up leaving the larger project that I thought of bringing with me and having my larger, needled project be just a thicker sock. If I have another pair of US 6s free, I might cast on yet another one, so I have a couple few to go through in case all I feel like is working heavier weight yarn.
Well, I saw Julie had posted that book. I might pick up that book, and then I might... I always get confused on what you say when you chain, I guess. A crochet hat.
Yeah, train up a crochet hat.
Because some of them are right up Davina's alley.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought maybe I would do that.
She does like those fashion... Because a lot of crochet hats can look fashionable.
Well, a lot of them are because they have, like, the one on the cover is full of holes. I mean, it's lace.
Yeah.
And crochet lace can be really open.
Yeah.
And she would love it. That kind of, because it's fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about maybe picking up that book and, starting a hat, and maybe if you get the Q code, maybe I'll try a pair of socks.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a lot of big patterns, but I do want things that are easy. So I'll probably have a Sorabelle, I'll probably have one of the shawls, and might have this.
If you had your Christmas yarn dyed up, I could start your big, thick socks, the boot ones.
Mm-hmm. Is that the sport weight, the big sport weight?
No, that's the big worsted.
Oh, I have that put aside.
Because if you had that dyed up, I could cast on and take it to the hospital with me.
Maybe I'll do that if I have the time.
Yeah, because that would be a very nice... did you decide what Christmas color you wanted for that?
I haven't decided if I want blue Christmas or I want Christmas packages. I think I want Christmas. It came without packages, which is a little more difficult to make because I have to do the gold and the green and the red. Mm-hmm. And so I have to... And they're shades, they're not, out of the bottle colors.
Right.
So I'll have to see if I have time. If I don't have time, I may just go ahead and do...
Well, if you don't have time, if you're able to get that skein again, I could knit one pair for you out of one color, and then later on do the one that is more complex.
Right. And maybe I'll do that, because I have skeins of worsted. I don't think that... there's only one of our PHNers loves that. But
and as long as we make sure it has nylon in it.
I don't know.
Even if you have a big DK with nylon, it also works for that pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we don't want to get holes in the bottom, which is what happened with my last pair that I did.
Right.
I actually don't currently have a pair for myself because all of my ones have holes in them.
And I do like the Dance All Night socks because
Yes.
they're slouchy and they're warm. I don't usually wear them once we get past like April because it's too hot.
Well, that's why you want them in a Christmas color, because that's a Christmas Day type sock.
Right.
But yeah, so
Yeah, so if you can get the Q code, maybe I can. And I've got some crochet socks patterns as well here, but
yeah, so I my goal is to have, besides the finger eight ones, to have a few heavier weight sock patterns that are simple going, because I don't want to squint at smaller stitches.
I think it's your turn.
I just showed this.
How many do you have down?
I have 2 left.
Okay, I've got 3 left. All right, my next one is in my. When we get off on a tangent, I forget who did what.
Yeah, no, the only reason why I knew I went next because we were talking about my socks.
Right. Okay. So
last.
this is my smaller size, I believe, of the bags.
That's right, because your smaller size is bigger.
Yeah.
I think your
No,
smaller.
this is my big one. My small one's up there. Is this the large?
It's large. Yeah, because look, that one's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is medium. That's large, and this is extra large.
Yeah.
This is
And I always forget what my bigger one is, if it's large or extra large.
It's the largest one. I skipped the size in between.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
So this is the bag that Anne put together. She previously known as Anne Brody. I still can't remember her name. Is Gardner or Gander or something. I forget like that. But anyway, she got married, and I think she's opening the shop again. I'm not sure. I look in there and it looks like she's doing a little bit, you know. But anyway, this is our PHN 10-year Podiversary bag. You can see the old logo with the red here, and then the one down here. Which one is it? This one's the 10-year Podiversary
And
one.
with the
And
yellow
the yellow
background.
is our current logo.
Yeah.
My husband did all the artwork, including the drawing of the chameleon, which was from Talia's first pattern and that we collaborated on with Anne, and so all 3 of us.
Yeah.
So this is my.
That's right, because the bookworm was
Heidi.
me and Heidi. Yeah.
This one is the Spring Flowers Baby Blanket from the Cerebel Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweetheart. And I did a little bit of work on this. I'm still on the first skein of yarn, which is surprising. I just love the way this turns. It's nice, it's soft, and it's just nice. And this may go to the pregnancy center, or it may go to a baby that one of the parishioners has or something. So there's a couple that has the cutest little twins. By the time I get finished, there'll probably be 2. But so yeah, you can see the pops of pink and the little pops of blue in the green and white. So it's really nice. It's a nice lightweight blanket. You can use, nice for the summertime, but even it's nice sometimes in the winter when you have the heat on. The baby doesn't need a lot of cover; it just needs a little bit. And I really like working with this ice yarn. As I said, Crystal got me started on the ice yarn. She bought me a heavier weight that is in a baby blanket that's waiting to go to the pregnancy center, and this one came from Kara.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, ladies. And I have some pink in there, and I have some blue also in my stash. So
Yeah, because Mom and I did a deal where she had a sale on something for West Yorkshire Spinners through Lovecrafts that I didn't have. So the deal was I would buy her an equivalent amount of ice yarn.
yeah. So that's all I have to say about this.
Okay, so next for me is in my this one, I think. I was switching things around in bags so that I had the easiest bags to carry going with me.
Right.
So in my autism awareness bag by Kikiboo Bags,
And I'm not playing on my phone. I just want to enter my water before I forget.
these are my Nightwing Surgery socks. This is the Afterthought Everything socks. So last time I showed the other Afterthought Everything socks that I cast on. Those were the Colorama ones. So and the Afterthought Everything socks is an Erica. I'm looking at my notes off camera. Erica Kempf Broughton, because there's no way I'd remember that without looking. I think you dyed this one, Mom. I'm pretty sure this is yours. Oh no, this is No Makers.
No Makers. Yeah,
this is No Makers.
My night looks different than that.
That's right, because I remember thinking it had too much white in it. And yours has less white. Because he really doesn't have this much white in his outfit. But this is her Nightwing. I have also heard Gotham Knights, I think, to cast on.
That was a pretty color, if I remember correctly.
It has the oranges, and it's sitting on my 20 million sock yarns waiting to be cast on.
It's kind of noirish, isn't it?
I think
thought
so.
Yeah, it should be with Gotham.
Well, I know someone described Gotham as basically being stuck in like a noir time period. You know, people still wear the trench coats, and you'll see sometimes people with the hats. I think they've modernized it a little bit since you've gone more into 52, but I think Jim Gordon still wears his trench coat.
Well, what's his name?
Harvey.
Yeah. No,
Bullock. His name is still Harvey.
Oh,
It's
is it?
Harvey Bullock, yeah.
Just like the other
Just
guy?
like Harvey Dent, yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, that's him. That's what I was thinking about. And Jim did wear the fedora in the movies even.
You're right. It's something that's just always been a part of the character, and even when they move it forward a bit in time, certain aspects always kind of stay the same. They always keep that slight noir feeling to it.
It needs to, because it's Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham it has its own little different feel. Whereas Bloodhaven, that's just across the way, it doesn't have that same noir feel. They call Bloodhaven Gotham's dirty little sister.
Wow.
Well, that's where all the poorer people live, is in Bloodhaven. Whereas Gotham, you have more of the upper class.
Affluent,
Yeah.
So they have all the weirdos, the Joker and all that.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of Batman's villains are highly educated.
Yep.
But yeah. So I started enough to get past the ribbing, like the main part of the ribbing before it goes into the main pattern. And yeah, this is all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get started.
Very cool.
The rest of it will be as much as I feel like doing a fingering weight when I'm there.
Right.
I just wanted to have it as an option. Your turn.
Okay, let me just finish the stitch.
Because there's really not that much to show when you have that little of the sock done. And my goal was to have very little of the sock done.
Yeah, so you have something to work on.
Yeah.
Because the more you have kind of started but not too far, the more you have for your recovery. You don't want to start things, you just want to have it ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish you liked crochet more, because this would have been a really good pattern.
For me,
But
crochet isn't quite as...
And also, because it's a blanket, it would be difficult for you to be hot.
Well, even when I'm at home, when I'm more likely to work shawls and stuff, for one thing, I tend toward knitting. For another thing, I always feel like I need to be in crochet. I have to focus a little more where the stitches are.
Yeah, I don't have to do it that much.
I feel like crochet just takes a... Knitting's just... It's a lot easier.
Wait a minute.
What?
Why do I have... Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, in my Universal Studios bag, this is the Virtual Hugs shawl from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. This is going to Laura concert. Laura, I'm trying to get it done for your birthday. We'll see.
Well, didn't it say like she had 20 days or something? When
She's got her candles going. Yep, she's got her candles going.
I thought it was 20 days.
Something like that. I don't know.
So if you bring that with you...
Well, the thing is, this requires a bigger bag.
That's true.
But I'm really close to finishing, so we'll see. Maybe I can finish it beforehand.
Right. Or
Because
or you could leave that one in the car.
If I finish this, I can't work in the car. I could work on it
In the
hotel.
room. Yeah.
I might do that. If I work on this, for the most part, during, I have already worked on all of them, so I can show.
Honestly, this one might be nice when you're sleeping on the chair. Because this would be, if the blanket's not quite warm enough.
I don't know if I want to bring it into the hospital. I don't want to risk giving...
Now, to be fair, it will be in my private room.
Yeah, but the nurses are still in and out, and they've seen all kinds of patients. I would rather not expose Laura to something.
Laura's going into the hospital at the same
Exactly
day I am.
my point. Exactly my point. I don't need to give a weakened Laura something that might get her sick. So, no. I will probably leave this one home. It might go to the hotel with me, though.
Yeah.
So I could, just work on it. Work on it during the hotel. Maybe work on it predominantly while I'm here. I've already worked on all the other things a little bit during the podcast, so it's not like I won't have anything to show next week if I do want to do that way. I haven't decided what I want to do. I mean, Talia wants to be just says that if I can get that stuff dyed up, she might start my socks. So maybe I'll dye some yarn. I don't know. I am not setting any kind of hard and fast goals for myself this week. It's just too chaotic.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. If you're able to, put together a simple Christmas kind of color thing? With the idea that you'll get the more complex one later when you're not in a rush. What?
I could do my candy cane.
Oh, that would be pretty.
I could do my candy cane.
Now, which candy cane? You have 2 candy canes.
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Because you have, what is it? You have normal candy cane.
I have unconventional candy cane and candy cane.
I can't remember what's different about. Do you have green and unconventional candy cane or pink?
Julie bought that from me. There's pink and green. I think red.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look. It's
one of the candy canes would be fun,
That would be
and
fun.
probably a little less effort.
yeah. I have to see how those die stocks. And if I make one, I'll probably make more than one, so I can put it aside for the Christmas
Right,
stuff.
and actually, this is a good time to start thinking of dyeing Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I have to start dyeing some fall stuff too.
Because people like buying Christmas stuff early.
Yes, they do. They do.
I know I do anyway.
But I did get the other colors started. I think I'm still working. Oh no, I'm working on my bigger ball now. So I did get past the point where I, had to add, had to go back and redo because I ripped out. Let me just make this big so I can show you so I don't lose the stitch. Not that it's going to be difficult for me to
Oops, it's a bunny.
hook down. Okay, so you can see this is getting quite large. See, it's quite large, but I'm not finished yet. So, it's got lots of purple in it because she likes purple. Laura likes purple. It's got a lot of green in it because she likes green. And I'm enjoying this.
It's probably good to have me try it every once in a while, simply because you don't have shoulders.
I don't have shoulders. I thought everybody had shoulders.
You are very small in your frame, whereas I have more in the way of shoulders and stuff.
Yeah. I'd be like to Davina, I don't have any hips. I know I've told the story before, but we went in when Davina was in, I think she was in kindergarten, going into kindergarten, and they were assessing her for something or other, and they asked her the different body parts, and they asked her where her hips were, and she looked at them and said, I don't have any hips. And I had to explain to them, no, she knows what her hips are. We tell her all the time she doesn't have any hips because her pants keep falling down. So it was really funny. You don't expect that, you have to worry about something like that. I should have thought about it, but it's just...
Well, I mean, at that age, they're very literal.
They're very literal, so it was pretty funny.
And she's literal anyway.
Yeah, she is.
Uh-huh.
But it was pretty funny. And if anybody ever says anything, they should be quite mortified.
Oh, yes. Absolutely mortified.
But yeah, so this is coming along nicely. I'm going to do a little bit in this color, and then I'm going to switch to another purple, I think, and then I have to see what I'm going to do, maybe a little bit of green and another purple to end up, and see if that works. Okay, it's your turn.
I think I need to hand some of my hips to you or Davina. You guys can share in the wealth.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so next is... Okay, this was... Oops, I misspelled socks.
Oops, but I don't have any tea.
I think I must have been trying to put that together in a rush. Oh, I probably... Since I was on my computer, I probably just hit a wrong thing. I'm lucky that makes sense at all then. Okay, so next one is another one that was started for the hospital because I realized, bigger needles in socks equals good for hospital.
Yes.
So I didn't have enough yarn to start any, okay, because if you do a DK for, sorry, my brain's not working. For the Dance All Night socks, it usually takes 2 skeins. Mm-hmm. That's why the big worsted is so important, because it takes 2 of the chrome worsted. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, the chrome worsted doesn't have a huge amount of yardage, but that's what it's designed for. But I cast another not just boring boot socks. Because I wanted something more fun for a colorway name than what they had it. This is another Wild Hare. It's called Natural Appeal. And I'll show you what the yarn looks like. It's basically browns and tans and whites and brown and blues.
It's like noir.
So what I ended up calling it, I did a little bit of research, and there is a duck out there that's brown with black and white markings, particularly on the face, and has a bright blue beak.
Oh, how funny.
And it's called a ruddy duck.
Ruddy Duck.
So these are my Ruddy Duck
Oh,
socks.
Because it looks like a smokestack, but Ruddy Duck's better.
I mean, the blue isn't quite as bright. I mean, it's neon blue,
Yeah.
the beak. But
That's fun.
I couldn't not because I've never seen a duck like that.
So funny.
And it was close enough. So those are Ruddy Duck socks, and
They're inspired by. That's
they're
funny.
inspired by it. Yeah, and I just wanted to finish the initial ribbing and go into the main part of the pattern, so I did. It's mostly with the browns on this side. You can see the blues come up as a pop.
Yeah. And it's not a bright blue.
No, it's not, and that's what I'm saying. It's not quite like a Ruddy Duck. The Ruddy Duck, you can't miss the blue.
No, this is just like we said. It's
Inspired by. The Ruddy Duck's blue is like this blue.
That's not blue. That's like turquoise.
Okay, well, it's not like that then. It's bright blue. It's
Right.
like smack you in the face blue.
Is it like the Zing?
It's not that dark. It's neon blue.
Well, neon blue could be a lot of different things.
Okay, think of Nightwing's blue
Okay.
on his uniform.
Okay.
That blue.
Okay.
A bright light blue.
Okay. That's almost a turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the color that its beak is. Which is crazy for that to exist in nature like that. No hiding with that beak.
I just had the funniest thought. I can't do it here because it'd be rude to whisper. But
Oh, okay. Write it down so you don't forget. And that's
look.
Oh, yeah. And that's all for me.
Okay, I have one more. Let me just find my.
Oh, there's my. Okay, that's where I'm at.
Let's see here. Let's see if I find this. Oops. Maybe I can work on this in the car. I don't know. I kind of
Well, like you said, hotel room if you don't work in the car.
I get a little more car sick than I used to not get car sick. I used to be able to read. I used to be able to do whatever. But I find that as I've gotten older, that if I do something for too long where I have to concentrate in a moving car, I feel nauseous.
Well, honestly, hotel room might be a good thing because, you know, hotel room, particularly the night before something like a surgery, even though it's not your surgery, there's not a lot to do in a hotel room.
Yeah. All right, especially when I don't like the stuff they have on TV. It's just
Right, if you really wanted to, you could put in your headphones to stick in hollow
right.
and crochet.
Now I know my husband will probably bring some streaming stuff for the computer or
Oh,
something.
okay, I forgot that he
Yeah,
does
we
that.
do that. So, okay, my last one to show you is I didn't work much on this actually. I'm not sure. I only worked on it maybe during the podcast. This is my Kickapoo Owls bag, and I might bring this and an extra skein of yarn. Or actually, I could probably finish this and still have enough in this yarn. This is Lion Brand Heartland, and this is a worsted weight yarn. And I did a little bit during the Actually, I think I did do some. I don't know if it was this long when you saw it last.
Yeah, I can't remember because I know I missed at least one tea time with you.
So this is
Not to mention, you don't really work on crafting that much when we do our tea times. You've had to force yourself.
yeah, it's been. I'm sorry if you hear noise. My husband and my daughter Davina have come in from outside. I think it's getting ready to rain. So you can see that this has grown a little bit, and this isn't a hard pattern. I just go round and round and round. Sometimes I find that I pull too tight on one row, and then it's hard for me to get the next row in. So I'm trying to work on tensioning this because, and it's really strange. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I don't know why I pull sometimes, but
Well, it might be mood-based.
it might be, or it might just be I'm not quite paying attention, or whatever, or maybe I've been interrupted or something. I don't know. But this is a really nice pattern to work. It's not hard. This is one of the looms that Laura Concert gave me. She and Talia together have kept me in looms, and I have a nice knitting machine that Stephanie Frick, who is, what's her name? I don't know. I forget her.
Is this just Steph?
I think she might be Steph, but she gave me a knitting loom that I have not had a chance to open up yet. I'm looking forward to doing it. It's just that things seem to be so hectic all the time, so I'm looking forward to utilizing that as well. Maybe doing some knit hats.
Well,
on
we
that.
keep saying things will slow for you.
Things never slow.
But,
Laura said when I said I was going to do things when you were recuperating, she said, "No, you're not."
well, the thing that we were just talking about, the fact that I'm not going to be able to bend, so I'll need help with certain things that are simple activities of daily life,
That's
which
fine.
hadn't really occurred.
Yeah, that's what you got the cell phone. You just call me and
Now, if I had one of those grippy things like Mr. Anderson had, I could be a little bit more self-sufficient.
Grippy thing.
Okay, so what it...
We have a handle thing.
You do?
Downstairs.
Where it has, like, the thing
Yeah.
at one end and it
Yeah.
grips on the...
Yeah.
Oh!
I think it's downstairs. Daddy got it for something. I don't know what he got.
Because
it
if
for.
we have that, that gives me a little bit more independence.
Well-
Because I could stick whatever it is on the end.
The problem is you have to be careful because, you mean for getting things off the shelf, right?
No, like for pulling things up.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It looks like a little hand. Or
I
not
mean,
fully, it's
I
like...
mean, he has something like that, but it's a long handle because
Yeah.
you would take things off the shelf
What
with it.
what you would do is if you're using it for putting on certain things or whatever, I mean, yes, it's good for reaching things as well, but you would have it up here, do whatever you need to do, make sure your hand is gripping down here, and then you...
But you have to bend for that.
You could do that part flat on your back.
I don't know, Ty. Just call me until we're at a certain point. Okay, now I've worked one row on this so I can put it away. But this one will probably, like I said, go with me because it's small and I can just do, and if I want to, I can make an animal out of it instead of a hat or whatever. I won't have the eyes, but I think I'm going to look at the tutorial for embroidering eyes and see if maybe I can just embroider eyes.
There's some good ones out there.
Kay has a good one, I think. But there, so that's all I have to say about this one.
You can either embroider eyes, you can do the crocheted eyes. Some people have really cute crocheted eyes.
I do that too, the crocheted eyes. And mine are very basic crocheted eyes. I actually prefer them to the embroidered because inevitably my crocheted eyes the yarn comes out because I can't, unless it's knitted flat, you can't like knot it in the back or whatever.
Right, for the embroidered.
And so it comes out. But if I do my crocheted eyes, then I can just, sew them in.
Right, and I mean, I think the best looking ones are generally the ones where you do the white first.
Yes.
And then the black one.
White and the black.
Okay, so it's layered. So you have your sclera, and then you have your pupil.
Okay. I usually just have the black in the middle and then do the white around it.
And you could do that too. It all depends on how much, where you want the eye. If I'm thinking more of a cartoon eye, and you have an oval, and you decide where you want your pupil, you could have them looking up at the sky. You
That's
can have
a good idea too. Yeah.
looking side. It gives you a little bit more flexibility for expression.
Right.
So that's why I was thinking you did sclera and then you do the pupil.
What I might do is
You might even do an iris.
I might go to Etsy and see if they have crochet eyes. And if they do, then I might pick that up because honestly, my hands hurt when I do the, what do you call it, the safety eyes. And
Now I do have a tool now.
yes, you do have a tool, but I'm not going to go in there and ask you for it. While you're,
Why?
not,
Oh. Well, I mean, I'll tell you where it's at.
All right, so that's that. That's all I have. What? Oops.
So that leads us on to, we usually stash enhancement towards the end. So, shop news. I'm still on vacation.
Okay, shop news. I will be dyeing yarn when I get the chance. I still have mystery yarns in the shop. If you want to support Talia that way, no pressure. If you want to support Talia that way, I still have a few skeins in the mystery sections. I'll probably take it out of the mystery mode, if you will, the week after, about a week after Talia gets out of surgery, probably. I know that someone has expressed interest in the yarn if I don't sell out, but I also don't want her to feel obligated because she's a sweetheart. But as I said, no pressure. I have some colorways that they're not all in the same color family. So I have some variety. There are some neutrals. There are some colors that are bright. There are some, for lack of a better term, variegated, but they're really more like pooling or spiraling yarn colorways. And some are semi-solid. And I also have all those reds that I have recently done that I haven't yet.
Well, it's a good thing you already have the reds already made up because that'll help for whatever candy cane you decide to do.
Yeah, that one, that's not the right red.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have to see. I think one of maroon is one of the colors in one of them. But I have to see. I'm not sure which Christmas colorway I'm going to do for my socks, so we'll see.
You can hear the rain.
It is raining. Yay. I'm hoping that it will hold off. I know it's not supposed to do another rain until 7, so we can get our walk in. My husband and I.
Depending on when this will stop.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to rain all day, I don't think. I think it said it was going to be for, let's see, AccuWeather says AccuWeather has better monkeys than anybody else. Oops. I put my password, but I put like ER at the end,
Oops.
which it is not. There is no ER in my...
You know, I'm already here. Let me do it myself. I'm already in it. Okay, so it's raining. Let me go to hourly. We have thunderstorms expected. So we got thunderstorm now. They're saying 84%. Actually, it's giving it for most of the day. For like, it's saying like 40%, 50%, 30%, 51%. We've got thunderstorms again at 5. No, it's saying like it's giving chance of rain 40 to 50%, like basically all day.
Oh, it's changed from what I looked at.
60%, 66% at 9. I mean, not every picture has the rain, but when you look at the side, it has the raindrop and the percentage.
If it has a percentage and it's not raining, it looks like it's just going to be a percentage for a while. We'll take the umbrella and we'll just do a walk that we can shorten. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping to dye some yarn, but like I said, you know, we'll see what happens with the craziness that is this coming week and the following week and how that works.
Well, the following week, there's one day.
Well, it's still craziness.
Yeah. But there wouldn't be time for you to dye.
Well, I could do it, arguably, I come home on Thursday. I could do it Thursday or Friday, but I probably won't. I probably won't feel like doing much of anything until Talia gets home.
Yeah.
And if you buy yarn between now and the surgery date, I will get it out as soon as I can. If you buy yarn like the day before, her surgery's on the 14th. If you buy it like on the 13th to about the 13th to like the 15th, it won't get out right away because I won't be home. It probably won't get out until I get settled a little bit, so you have to give me a little bit of time.
Right, and we're also not sure when I'll be out.
Yeah. So I will get it out to you as fast as I can, but because of everything going on that particular week, I might not get it out as quickly as I usually do. Okay? Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. I am going to be dyeing yarn, Christmas yarns, fall yarns, all that kind of stuff. If you want the mystery yarns, all those mystery yarn, well, not a percentage of the mystery yarns sales goes to Talia for her surgery stuff. So I do thank everybody who has purchased yarns with that in mind. I really appreciate that. We all really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we're grateful for that. Thank you. Okay, so
I guess that leads us on to, unless you have any graphic novel, that leads us on to stash enhancement.
do I have any graphic novel? No, I don't think I have any graphic novel.
Do you have any stash enhancement?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, I meant to show you this last week. Well, part of it I meant to show you last week. I've used some of it already. This is, I have to see which is which here. Okay, this came 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to show you. And basically what this is for
I thought you'd shown that.
No, I didn't. These are my trust, the Surrender Novenas. It's a prayer for trust, and my old one was getting bent up, and I'm using it in my journal. So I've putting it in the pages in my religious journal. So I got a new one for me, and I got a couple to give away because people are always saying, "Oh, I want to say prayers. I need to trust. This is a hard time." And from the same place, I got these little vintage type holy cards.
And she gave me the one on the right with the Sacred Heart.
No, yeah, that's not this one though. So I used that one already.
Oh, okay.
See, I had another one on the Sacred Heart, which is this top one here enlarged.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used that already in my religious journal.
And I used it in mine too.
And then the other thing that I got, and this came in between the last podcast and this podcast, my husband, I had gotten these for him for his birthday, I want to say. These stickers, and the religious stickers, and I liked them so much. He said, "Do you want anything from Amazon?" I said, "Yeah, I want a pack of those stickers." So these are also going to help with my religious journal. And I'm, and I don't want you to think I'm not doing Stacy's journal. I am doing Stacy's journal. These are just new things I got for that other journal. Mm-hmm. The things I'm getting for Stacy's journal right now are more things that are free, and I don't.
Well, there are things that come up as they come up. I actually ended up. Oh, I forget what I had that came in. Oh, I was looking at my buttons that I had ordered for different sweaters I have on the needles, and one of them was in this polka dot paper. That's what it was sitting in. So I was like, that can be for a journal.
Yep.
Very carefully
yeah.
took it apart. Took the sticker. I actually saved the sticker too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to go in the journal, as is the paper that Stacy wrapped my journal in, and her journal. And she had a tape that looks like a ticket, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put that in the journal.
Well, now I can think of times where we got rid of paper, where we kind of mourned it.
Yep.
Now we have something to do with it.
And then Brittany had said something. We were talking on the Patreon, and she was talking about she saves the stamps and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that works. I can use that for my journal. And her card, I think I mentioned this before. Her little owl card that I showed last week that she gave me, that she made on that Cricut thing, that's going in my journal. In my Winnie the Pooh journal. So I'm having a lot of fun. I just need a block of time where I can sit down, and preferably with the computer off. Or at least playing music.
Yeah, at least have it with music. If there's a way you could make it so the screen wouldn't cycle through pictures, because I know it's a huge distraction for you.
Yeah. Well, I can just, if I'm not looking at if I see there's just the cycling through, I can just kind of ignore it unless something particular comes up. But it can be distracting. So I'm hoping to get some of that done.
I actually took screensavers off of my computer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Just go black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the pictures coming up because sometimes I do like seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a huge distraction for Davina. Poor Davina got put on probation for a whole month about looking at my computer, because I would ask her to go do something. I'd be waiting for her. And it's something like, put this away. It takes 5 seconds, and then we're going to do something. And she'd stand there and say, Davina, are you looking at my computer, looking at the screen? Yes, I'm looking. I want to see myself. I said, okay, you are forbidden to look at my computer screen for 1 month, and then we'll revisit that.
You think that's actually a very kid thing, where they want to see pictures of
yeah,
themselves.
Yeah.
That shows about where she is developmentally.
Yeah, but the point is,
it just struck me.
Yeah.
It just struck me because most people, for one thing, aren't that honest about the fact they're waiting for a picture of themselves. With the kid, that the complete honesty, like.
Yeah. So she's, she got it. She was like, I said, do you understand why? Yeah, Mama made you wait, but it's just. So but it's a thing for our family. We like to look at the pictures that come up. Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of that. Any finished objects?
No FOs.
No FOs.
That's what we forgot to ask earlier. I think because I just assumed that neither of us had FOs.
That's really all I have to say about
it. Well, I have my stash enhancements.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I actually ended up, without purchasing anything, having quite a stash enhancement week, which is always nice. So the first one, Davina bought some of Mom's yarn for me, and I need to wind this one up before I leave.
That's Royal Birth.
This is Royal Birth.
That's a Christmas colorway.
And it has, I'm not sure the sparkles coming up.
A little bit.
But I don't have any US ones free right now, so I'm going to wind it up, and as soon as I finish this pair of socks, it'll go on the US ones, unless Mom can find an extra pair of US. I don't think she'll have an extra pair of US ones. You don't tend to use US ones.
We'll see. Oh, and I don't use them. I think I bought them when I was going to knit socks.
I'm sure you have twos. The ones are a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, as soon as I have needles free, that'll go on. That's what happens when I have too many socks on needles. And then this was a huge surprise.
This is amazing.
Yes. So, Davina came in and was like, you have a package. And this is around time my groceries that I order from Amazon tend to come in. And then I looked and I was like, I didn't order anything soft. And I saw on, I probably tore the thing.
Woolly Thistle or whatever it's called.
Yeah. There's a sticker. If I could, I might have to cut this free.
Yeah, don't do anything now because you rip it.
Yeah. So I saw the Woolly Thistle, and last time I got Woolly Thistle, it was a person very nicely, anonymously giving me West Yorkshire spinners for a gift for Christmas. I think this is the same person.
And we don't know who it is.
We don't know who it is. It's anonymous. And they...
Anonymous is a very nice person.
Anonymous is a very nice person. Oh, I need to save this paper. And I might save this as well. But that would be for my eventual other journal. But it says, let's see, from an anonymous friend. So this is their holiday bundle. So these are colors I do not have, which is awesome. This one here is gingerbread, and they match turmeric up with it, which I think is a. What's nice is that if it really wanted to, all of these colors, except the one that doesn't go is turmeric don't go with candy cane.
No, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah. So turmeric is for heels and toes, and then you got gingerbread. Then you have holly berry, this one, with chocolate lime. I still don't know why they call it chocolate lime.
I don't either.
Then you have candy cane with cayenne pepper. So very nice. Very excited about it. Yes, very much a surprise. Oh yeah, it says on the front which one it is. So yes, I'm very excited, and it came with something to scan for a QR code to get free patterns. So I picked up the sock patterns. I just wanted to print some so you could see. This one, somebody did something interesting. They did the main part of the sock in like one of these ones usually used for heel and toe, and then they used one of the stripy ones for the cuffs and toes. So this is called Secret Garden cable socks.
Pretty.
So that we had a paper jam, and I was too lazy to go and print it again. So I'm just having ruffled paper because it didn't tear.
I wondered where all my paper went.
Well, I figured I wanted to show people. Now, for the more Christmassy ones, they were trying to tell me to double the yarn and to make sure the stripes match. I was like, that's not happening. So I'm going to do the math to make the stitch count match as best I can with the pattern, because doubling the yarn's not happening. And matching the stripes, no.
Fraternal twins.
So these are the Hansel socks. Then you have Gretel.
Hansel? Hansel?
So she's
Those are pretty.
a little bit of color work there. And I'm just thinking, like, you expect me to double that entire time. Really? Nope. This one's Rudy.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And Comet. Oh.
And then Comet. And you can't see the pattern really well for Comet here, just because it printed out dark. I think it was also on a dark color. It's got a little bit of lace going on that you can't quite see. Oh, I really like the way this one looks. It's called Pretty Petal.
Mm.
And I think it has a little bit of...
Looks like it has a little bit of spiraling.
Yeah, I think it has some lace in the back as well. I want to see what the back of the sock looked like. Yes. It has a little bit of lace. Like, okay, so you see what this is here. It has... I'm not sure if you can see. That triangle type pattern, like 3 of them, not quite as big, in the back of the sock too. Very pretty, and this one doesn't require doubling the yarn, just like Secret Garden does it. Oh yeah, and I think that's all the patterns. So, yeah, those were very nice. They were free. I'll take a look and find Mom's crocheted one for her. They had a couple crocheted ones. But since I was only specifically looking for the knit ones, I didn't bother downloading them.
Right. You done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I think Daddy's waiting for us to eat, so we are gonna say real quick.
No, because I mean, I'm just gonna do quick. Nothing we need to go into other stuff, because this is actually gonna affect everybody. Next week is the last week that I'll be podcasting with y'all till after I recover enough from surgery to sit up for a sustained period of time. Because I am supposed to be on bed rest for, I think it's 4 weeks. I can't remember. It might be 3. But regardless, I probably won't be quite up to sitting up for an extended period of time right away. Is my guess anyway. But next week's podcast will be alive, and it will then be a live stream podcast up until I'm able to come back and sit for a sustained period of time. But yeah, and surgery is on September 14th, so we are getting very close. We've done everything that we can do except the last minute COVID test, which is on Monday.
Not today.
Not today. It'll be I guess it'll be in between you coming home from church and the podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do my walk after we do the podcast.
Thankfully, I mean, with the podcast, it won't be as much setup, so it won't take us as long to get ready. Now, I'm not going to be scheduling unless Mom has a specific plan of when she wants the podcast on the Mondays. When I'm not with her, you will just have to see when it pops up. And if you catch it later, it's just like any other time you have the podcast. I just don't want to hamstring Mom to a specific time. It'll be, you will just know it's sometime on Monday. Watch your notifications.
Yeah, because I generally, when I'm not taking her for a COVID test, I generally come home, give her what I have to give her, and then I get on the machine, the treadmill, to do about 45 minutes for my Hallow walk. And that's, I might still be able to do it if they can take you right away.
Right.
And do the Hallow walk first, and that would be great. Because my husband's going to be home that entire week.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. So he's not,
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, he's off the rest of the week. Why go in just for Monday?
Yeah, because he doesn't work Fridays. He works 4 10s. And so he's off the whole middle of the week, so there's no reason for him to go in on Monday. So he's going to
might
stay
as well
home.
make a week of it.
So I have to, we'll go to Mass, and we'll bring, Jesus to Talia, and then we'll come home, and then I have to go back out for the COVID test with her. By the time we get back, it might be 10 o'clock. I might be able to.
Because it's a walk-in basis, it's not like we have a set appointment. They only do the COVID test walk-in. And Monday is the only day I can get it.
How early are they open?
They are open before church starts. I'll have to give you the hours.
Maybe I'll go and meet Daddy at Mass or something.
Mm-hmm.
You might not want to do liturgy that day.
Okay. We will have to see.
Yeah, we might have to. We might plan it where I take her for a COVID test early and then try to get to Mass.
That might be better because we don't. If
I don't
we
want
get
you to
there
miss it.
early
Yeah.
enough.
I don't want you to miss it.
Yeah, and I do need that.
Because she needs to have it, and if we miss it on Monday, she doesn't get it.
Yeah, because we leave on Tuesday, and I have to get it within 4 days of the surgery, and the other period of time is the weekend, and they aren't open on the weekend.
Right.
So
we'll probably, so what we'll probably end up doing is I'll probably take her for a COVID test. You probably won't be able to see Jesus because you'll be wiped out.
Yeah.
Take her for the COVID test, take her back. I probably won't be able to go to Mass.
I don't go outside well.
I will put her there. If I can get to Mass, I'll go to Mass. If I can't get to Mass, I'll get on the machine, and then I'll probably do the podcast after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, maybe I can get a chance so I can read adoration or something.
Yeah.
But so it's going to be a little topsy-turvy for the next few weeks. You're going to have to just keep an eye on your notifications. What's on my hair? Sorry, guys. It's just
Your hair looks
it's
fine.
bugging me.
Does it just feel weird?
It looks funny. There it goes. Okay, so just kind of keep an eye on the fact that it's going to be a little bit strange, especially next week and the week after. And by that time, hopefully we're getting in some kind of a rhythm, and we'll see what happens then. For the Patreons, we'll keep you posted as we can. Keep an eye on the WhatsApp.
I do have things pre-scheduled for the Patreons because there shouldn't be any reason why their schedule should be messed up. We'll be pretty settled at home by the time their stuff comes up.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to have to have Mom trying to set things up for your notifications and stuff.
Yeah. So that'll be taken. Okay, so that's taking care of that. Prayers are very much appreciated as always, and we are grateful for them. Thank you very much. Before we take off, we want to thank the people who commented. If I do not mention your name, I did not see it before I put my show notes together. We thank you as well.
Yes.
I want to thank Joan, Looney Hiker, Chronically Crocheting, Paula, Christina, Meditative Crafter, Stacy, and Paula. Thank you very, very much, and everybody else as well.
Yes.
We want to wish you all a very...
we want to offer prayers for the people who also have surgery.
Yes, we
coming up.
have several members of our group who are having surgery. One who's having it the same day as Talia is. So.
And there's several people in the comments of the podcast who are not patrons.
Right.
There's several people who are patrons.
Yep.
So, yeah, this seems to be a let's all have surgery right now time.
It's a party.
Surgery party.
Yay! Okay, so we want to thank you all. We want to wish you a very blessed, happy week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever it makes that makes you happy. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 520, and that's a wrap.
Bye.